Homework problem number 4 for section 3.6 chain rule. So our problem is let f of x equals negative 6x squared minus 9 parentheses to the power of 8 times negative 6x squared minus 2 parentheses to the 12th power. So first off, we can use the product rule. F prime equals so the derivative of the first term times the second term plus the first term times the derivative of the second term So to find the derivative of the first term and the second term, we're gonna need to use the chain rule. So we can use the chain rule using substitution. So we can call this function here g. We call this h. So using the chain rule, g prime of x, which is basically the first term. Using the chain rule, we take this power 8 to the front, and now this becomes to the 7th power, and then times the derivative of this, which will get us negative 12x. That will be the derivative of this. Then we simplify a bit. So negative 96x times negative 6x squared minus 9 parentheses to the 7th power. That's a derivative for our g function. And then we're going to do the same thing for h function. So h prime of x. So looking at our second term, using the chain rule, take the power 12 in front. Everything else stays the same. And then the power over here becomes 11 times the derivative. This will equal to, negative 144 times x, and then times negative 6x squared minus 2 parentheses around this to the 11th power. So negative, and over here, negative 6x squared minus 2, the derivative, that's just negative 12x, which kind of skipped over because it's the same answer. And then we get this result here. So now we have g prime of x and h prime of x. We could plug those derivatives back into our original equation where we're trying to find the derivative of that, which was f prime of x. So we're just going to plug everything back in right now. F prime of x equals, it's a huge function equation. You can simplify this a little bit. So negatives, so on the first term, the negative 6x squared minus 9, parentheses around the 7th power, we know this as a result is going to be a negative. However, the 96 over here has a negative here. So our first term, we could convert it to a positive. Negative 6x squared minus 2, parentheses to the 12th power, since it's an even exponent. We know everything's going to be positive, so we can rewrite this as 6 times x squared plus 2. Negative 6x squared minus 9, parentheses to the 8th power. Same thing, the exponent is positive. So we know our answer would be positive. So 6 times x squared plus 9. And then the last term, negative 6 times x squared minus 2, parentheses to the 11th power. Since the exponent is negative, our answer will be negative. But the 144 over here carries a negative. And when we distribute in, our answer is going to be positive. So we can rewrite it as positive. And this will be the answer.